Yay. Okay, Karen, for the record, your name
Karen Martinez,
and you work for,
Casa Misericordia,
and how long have you been there?
12 years.
12 years. Well, thanks for participating in this. It's a great opportunity for the participants in our program to get a view from the trenches, and particularly with somebody with your background and experience. There are 4 questions that I'll be asking, and they're pretty straightforward. The first being, based upon the work you do within the community, and I'm presuming you're specifically in Laredo, and maybe the outlying colonias, I don't know. What areas are you, what is the range of your community?
Well, since we are a domestic violence shelter, the majority of our work is in Laredo, but we do accept individuals from different counties, different states, different cities, just any victim of domestic violence who's here in Laredo who needs services we provide. But our main focus is Webb County.
Okay, very good. So based upon your experience in this area and with the community, if it were in your power to do so, what is the one thing that you would add?
In respect to the services that we can provide, there's just always a need for more services, more specialized services, more services than what Casa Misericordia can provide. It's definitely a community effort. We need more transitional housing in this community because we are basically an emergency shelter, and we do provide follow-up services, and we do provide outreach services so individuals do not have to come into the shelter to receive services. But it's difficult to help someone along when they have no safe place to go. Affordable housing is difficult to find. Legal resources can be difficult, especially for a divorce or custody when the case is not an urgent or emergency situation. And so finding all these resources where individuals can move on with their lives and make the complete break from the perpetrator or the abuser or whatever they deem they want to call them. And so I would like to see in our community just more resources, mental health resources, legal resources, educational resources, childcare resources. It's the need is there. It's just finding what we can do to help.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So this is what you would add. What would be the thing you would change if it were in your power to do so?
It's something we work on all the time, and sometimes we think we're doing really, really great, and sometimes we just don't know what we're doing. Is our people's attitudes towards domestic violence. It's sad to say that when there's a murder or some bad occurrence that all of a sudden people are very interested in domestic violence, how they can help, are more not sympathetic but empathetic towards survivors and how they can help survivors. But a lot of times as time goes on and not understanding the dynamics of domestic violence, people harden, people get jaded and see that, oh, this person's coming for services again, we keep on hearing, why doesn't she leave? And individuals start blaming the victim. So it's one of those things where I wish we could just educate people one time and they would get it and understand it, but it's just something that we have to continue to work and work and work on. So I guess people's attitudes.
Yeah, I see. And again, if it were in your power to do so, what would you get rid of?
Get rid of. And I know they're there to help people, but all of the paperwork that our grants require, that our funders require, that the administrative code, the Texas Administrative Code, not that I'd get rid of it, but we have to work on so much paperwork to ensure that we're in compliance with it, so that when we're monitored by the state or the feds or any grantor, we're hauling out all this paperwork, and that's part of my job, is ensuring that we're in compliance with that paperwork. And I know I'm the annoying one at work because I'm the one, we need to do this, we need to do this. And there's so many better ways, there's so many more effective ways we could be doing our work if we didn't have to take care of that. But I understand it's a necessary evil.
Okay. What about, what would you keep the same?
The heart and soul of our staff, the caring of our staff, that's what drives us, that's what keeps us sane, that's what keeps us unified as a team, is our staff's desire to help people, to make this community a better place for not only survivors of domestic violence, but for their children, for our families, for our schools, because it affects everything, so just our staff. And they're wanting and desire to make this place better.
Yeah, right. That wasn't so hard, was
That was
it? That's it, sorry. You want to go on?